Hi Earthling, I'm Trice. In this video, I'm going to be doing a book summary of Wallace Wattles' The Science of Getting Rich. As a financial planner for over a decade, I've realized getting wealthy is less about how much you make and a lot more to do with the law of attraction. So if you want to add more money magic to your life, watch the video all the way through and you'll know how to do it too. Right when you open the book, very first page, even before you dive into the meat and potatoes, Wallace Wattles says something quite dramatic, that you must follow this book religiously and cut off any other ways of thinking. Do not even put your mind on any other ways of thinking of getting rich. And this really freaks a lot of people out because they're like, aren't I supposed to be informed? Aren't I supposed to research stuff? I mean, blindly not think of anything else? That is crazy town. And really what he is saying is he's saying you only can build a castle with a unified mind. So go research, study different ways of building wealth. But if you've done all that, pick one, because you cannot build your castle with a divided mind. This universe is filled with this stuff called thinking stuff, an intelligent, invisible substance that fills and permeates the entire crevices and cracks of the universe. From the Pluto back to me, in me, all around me, is this thinking stuff. And from this thinking stuff, everything is made. If you take a thought and you impress it upon the thinking stuff, what you think about will appear. And the third step is you must pass your thinking from the competitive plane, things are limited, only one person can win, to the creative plane, where there is ever-ending abundance. If you're operating on the competitive plane, you are not in harmony with this formless intelligence, Wallace Wattles says. So if you think that there is not enough wealth or riches to go around, look at this example. Imagine there's 5 of us sitting in this room and there is $100 bill. On the competitive plane, we are going to try to fight over that $100 bill, maybe be sneaky about it, try to trick somebody out of holding on to the $100 bill. But if all 5 of us came to the room with value added, I came with my financial planning services and somebody else came with baking tasty treats. All of a sudden, that same $100 bill could be traded around the room endlessly, creating an endless amount of value because we are focused on providing value. And when you're focused on providing value, there is no limit to the abundance of the universe. 4, what unifies the thinking substance in us is gratitude. Think of it as the water in your cake mix. It binds it together. It makes you flow in harmony with the thinking stuff, so you're able to impress on things faster and easier. And this is my take on it, is that gratitude is one of the highest vibrations of the universe. When I'm feeling supremely grateful, I feel in a feeling of flow. And when I'm in flow, it's easier for me to create things. Don't you find that to be true with you? Like, think of something that you're really good at. Maybe it's playing guitar or baking or cooking, and time just flies by and your magical creations just appear before your eyes. That is the binding agent of turning thoughts to things, is adding gratitude with your thoughts, and it will impress this formless substance to create whatever you want. Number 5, you have to have a very clear mental image of what you're trying to create. Think of your request for abundance or wealth as a 3D printer. Do you put some kind of vague something or other into the 3D printer and hope it will print out something that you kind of like? No, you have a very, very detailed drawing. And the same is for your dream life. Nobody really wants money. Everybody wants to be rich, and rich is something specific in your life. Maybe it's a beautiful vacation. Maybe it's buying your own dream house. Maybe it's just wearing fancy clothes. But rich is not money, it is something specific. So if you're creating a rich, abundant life, you need to specifically see what that looks like. Now, if you're new to this, don't go try to flesh out the entire thing. Pick one thing that you can focus on and you can see clearly in your mind, because thoughts become things. And your thought needs to be clear and focused to produce the thing from this formless substance, just like a 3D printer. Then you need to think about this thing consistently. Now, this should not be hard if you want it. Do you have to be forced to daydream about the love of your life? Heck no. It's a pleasurable experience. Step 6, fill your space and give every man more in value than you take from him in dollar value. This is the law of the universe. If you want to get wealthier, you always have to be expanding, giving more than you receive. And how can you give more in value than you take from somebody in dollar value? I like to use Pampers as a good example. For a lot of people, Pampers have no value. But for somebody with a little baby, diapers are so insanely valuable. They're even more valuable than the outfit because they keep everything clean and contained. So the person making diapers, maybe it costs them 50 cents to make it. But to me, it's so valuable, I would happily pay $1 per diaper. Now, that's just a fun, silly example of how no matter what you give more in value than you take in dollar value. And this is so every transaction creates more life. The universe is constantly expanding. And my reading on this is why when we get what we want, all of a sudden a new want appears, is because it is our natural state of being not to be dissatisfied, but to constantly expand. And so if you're always giving more, you are in harmony with the laws of the universe of always expanding more life. Okay, the 7th and final thing is you must take action, obviously. Do all that you can in that day to march in the direction of your dream or the thing that you're manifesting or the idea that you're holding in your mind. For example, some of you that might be watching are manifesting a successful YouTube channel. So then you can't lay in your bed and just dream of videos being filmed. Each and every day you think, what could I do to improve? Maybe I could get better sound. Maybe I could try filming in a different spot. Walking towards what you desire by taking action. In the simplest terms, that's what he's saying. Take inspired action towards the thing that you desire. So to recap, you need to have rock solid belief. You need to have a very clear vision. You need to always be taking action to fill your space and do everything that can be done that day. The magical ingredient that puts it all together is doing it with supreme gratitude. So until next time, my earthling friends, ciao!